Jason Salas here from jason-salas.com. That's jason-salas.com. And check out my comic strip at perkatworkcomic.com. That's on Tumblr. Speaking of which, I put my comic strip on Tumblr simply because well, I got hacked a while back. My website got hacked, and all my comic strips that I posted, the 700 and some odd comic strips, are just gone. Well, they're not really gone, I couldn't do anything with them. And so there's security issues. So I bumped up security like crazy with my WordPress through my hosting, added security measures, and I got more security through the hosting, all sorts of stuff. And now I'm still having some security problems, meaning that there's nothing really wrong with my website. It's just that I'm constantly having to battle it. So with that in mind, I just wanted to announce three interesting things. Some of them are cool, or a couple of them are cool. Maybe one of them is not so cool, but we'll see. The first thing I'd like to announce is that I will be changing my website around. I'll be moving from WordPress over to Wix. From what I've seen, it's just a better platform nowadays. And expect that to happen probably within a week. The rollout of it might be a little clunky, but it should happen quick. I'm not too familiar with moving domain names over, but hey, I can get this. The second thing, which is kind of sad thing, is that I'll need to do away with the insiders portion of my website, at least for the time being, just because it takes too long for me to get set up while I'm changing things over. I may bring it back later on, but for right now, what I'm going to focus on is sending out really high quality emails, and also the Patreon. The Patreon is going to give some really in-depth, behind the scenes fun stuff, videos and everything like that. So if you're an insider, thank you for joining. I'm sorry to say that I have to discontinue that, but at the same time, it may come back, and sign up for that email list. I'll put a link down here. The third thing is really interesting, and this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I didn't know a direction to go with my website. Now, I could go that, hey, I'm Jason Salas, I write stuff and I draw stuff, right? It's kind of one of those okay things, and if you like me, hey, that's great. But what am I really doing for you? What am I doing for the community? So what I was thinking about that, and what I want to do is I want to gather as much resources as I can for what I'm calling artistpreneurs. Now, I may have made a video about this before, you may have seen me talk about this before, but I'm just reiterating it right now. So the artistpreneur is just an artist who is trying to make their way in life with whatever they're doing, whether they're doing writing, whether they're doing illustration, whether they're doing photography, dancing, pottery, whatever, right? And so I'd like to just pull a bunch of resources, talk to different people. Now, granted, there are some other resources out there, and I would say go check those out right now, because they're much further along than I am, and I may be resourcing them as well. I'm not trying to compete, I'm trying to just give more of an insight. One of the greatest resources right now is a Smarter Artist Summit. If you check that out, just Google Smarter Artist Summit. You see the guys from Sterling and Stone. Those great guys, they do self-publishing stuff. Just check out their stuff, listen to their podcasts and whatnot. I've learned so much from them. I won't necessarily regurgitate what they have to say, but I will give my own testimony, if you will, and I will talk to some other people who are trying to do some similar things. What I'm really, really hoping to do is help the people who are getting from I work at a job and I really want to do this thing on the side, or I really would like to make this my livelihood. And what does that transition look like? Is there a transition? Because sometimes that transition is not just, and this is just a little tiny tidbit of what I might be talking about. That transition may not be going from your job, like let's say you work as an insurance analyst or something like that, to your job as writing romance fiction, right? And that's your full-time job. Maybe that's not it. Maybe what it is that you you still have a job, but your job is more along the lines of what you want to do. Let me lay this out for you. You're working as a financial advisor or something like that, or an analyst, and you make $55,000 a year, right? Let's just say, for instance. Now, and you only make, say, $500 a year with your writing. Well, what if you can get your writing up to the point where it's making, say, $25,000 a year? Then your job, whatever your job is making say $30,000 a year. So you have a lot less stress over here. Maybe you're doing something you really like to do. Maybe you like to work in a deli or maybe an organic food shop or whatnot, and you're working 40 hours a week and you're loving that job and it's really feeding and fulfilling something inside of you, and it's freeing up your mental stress or your mental energy to continue to write. And you can still write on the weekends and the mornings or whatnot. So you kind of have two jobs, but they're two jobs that you really, really love instead of one job that you really don't like, and it takes a lot of stress, and then trying to do this other thing. So that's just a sample of what I hope to be doing. In any case, just to reiterate, got a new website coming up. Thank you for listening to me talk. I love to talk. In any case, I have some more things coming up in terms of how we can be artists and workers, or just artists, or working on our art, all this whole infrastructure, or this whole environment, if you will. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to have more, I'd love to talk to some more people who are doing it, so by all means contact me, give me some leads, ask me some questions. Let me see what I can do for you to help you out with my own experiences. Trust me, I failed and failed and failed, and I'm still failing, but I'm finding little things that I can do better. Subscribe if you like, that really helps me out. And as I said, I'm going to be working on my Patreon channel. I'll put a link down there, and also with my email, go ahead and subscribe there, and I'm going to be bumping that up, beefing that up, putting out new really high quality emails, putting out high quality stuff on my Patreon. Got to do away with the members area, but expect that new website to come probably in about a week or so. All right, y'all have a great day.